What's up, guys? This is Astranox. It's time for the showcase of Guard Captain Krau. So this hero, I have him built. He's 15 skill ups. So let me show you guys real quick what he looks like. I have the summoning video out with the building process. So let's just filter this. Fire Warrior. Guard Captain Krau. So I decided to go with, of course, no crit damage because his skill number 3 penetrates the target's defense. Now, this is a single target attack with the soul burn, and you can activate the soul burn as soon as you start because of his artifact, if you have it. And that's good. At the start of the first battle, acquire 10 soul. When attacking, increases damage dealt by 7.5%. And when using soul burn, increases damage dealt by an additional 15%. So this actually works for the single target attack of his ultimate, right? His skill number 3. So if I decide to not use the soul burn, then he's not gonna get that boost, but he will get the 7.5. So that's pretty cool because you use this thing, you get vigor, which increases the attack and defense. His damage scales off of his defense, but also there's an attack multiplier. And I decided to build a bit of attack too, so more onto that in a second. So it's either you attack all or you soul burn to attack a single target. And there is also absorption of the damage to heal him back. I don't know how much, we'll test him out. Increase combativeness of the caster by 50%, so he's gonna be able to cycle pretty fast. So I've built him fast. Cannot trigger a critical hit, so you know, you don't want to really build crit damage unless you want to do damage with skill 1 and skill number 2. So it should be pretty interesting. I'm very curious about the damage he's going to be able to do. 3-turn cooldown on this thing, but it's basically a 2.5 turn cooldown because he's already half of the way there for his next turn because of the 50% CR push. And then skill 2 attacks the enemy by pushing them away and inflicts stun for 1 turn before decreasing combativeness by 50%. So if you use this thing, you have vigor. If you have vigor, then you ignore effect resistance, and that's very powerful because this is a stun, and also it decreases the combativeness of the target by 50%. So that is pretty good. You're gonna be lapping them. I mean, if let's say you got like a support there and a damage dealer left, or they're running 1 or 2 damage dealers, like if you can make that damage dealer, you know, not go, you stun them, they lose combativeness, that means like you're getting a lot of time to do your thing, right? This is buying you time, the skill 2, so you can use skill 3 again and pop that damage dealer, something like that, right? Very powerful. The effect resistance, the ignore of it, the effect resistance penetration basically. The damage dealt increases proportional to caster defense. Everything scale off of defense is beautiful. And the skill 1 makes him cycle faster, 20% CR push. So that's very cool. So yeah, I decided to build him with, of course, a lot of defense. I could have raised the defense even higher, but now the deal is about putting defense buff on him so he deals even more damage. Right, so I have 219 speed on him. He has a 117 base speed, I think it was. If you minus this to this, it is 117 speed, so he's pretty quick actually. And this is the gear. I decided to go with speed and defense set, you know, to squeeze that extra bit of defense. And basically every piece is running, you know, defense beside of course the weapon, because you can't. And here I decided to go with attack percentage on the main because I don't have a solid defense percentage 1. And anyways, I have 35% defense on this thing, so you know, it's like I'm missing 30% defense, but the multiplier, the damage multiplier, will work off of attack, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it usually always works like that. So there you go, that's extra damage anyways. And I got some decent survivability, I mean pretty good survivability out of this thing, right? But of course, if I, let's say, went for defense percentage main, then I'll have even, you know, higher survivability over that, right? But you know, you gotta go with what you have. And I had this ring, you know, on the account for so long. I do have effectiveness built all over the place beside the boots, but you know, you don't need the effectiveness because if you have vigor, you ignore effect resistance and skill 1 doesn't drop any debuff, right? So yeah, the gear, I'm pretty happy with it. I left the flat defense there. I mean, the crit chance as well. You know, this is not optimal gear. And if I had a lifesteal set that was powerful, I would wear that. I would just wear that in a heartbeat because that is even more sustain for himself. And then if you need the big sustain and you know you're going to take out someone anyways because they're low HP or something, you could AoE scale 3, which will increase, you know, health higher. So that's the thing. Let's see his damage, right? Let's test him out. So yeah, like I said, like 15 skill ups on him. He's got his artifact, so it should be pretty interesting. All right, let's try him out here. Let's see. It's like this team is really whatever. But I mean, I'm using Elson. I want to see his damage. I want to hit them with the... I will hit them with the AoE. Let's see what kind of damage we can get with the penetration. Nearly 10,000. But I mean, they don't have anything to increase their survivability. Don't have Aureus. Don't have a Knight. But not too bad considering that it penetrates the defense. And then it gets him to half of his next turn. So it's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. And then when you get those skill 2s in, that's going to make you able to control someone. Alright, let's see. Let's see what we can do here. We'll just... pop Mort, I guess. With her new exclusive equipment. Interesting. I could have gone again because of the artifact of Krau. Okay, we don't have defense buff now. Right? Let's try to... How about we pop Celine? Can we do it with the barrier on her? Let's see. Oh, that's pretty good. So with the barrier, that means like that was 20k damage. Fire versus earth, but still that was a lot of damage actually. So with defense buff is like 50% more defense. So could that be 30k? Because if that's 30k, that's solid. And I can increase my defense further. Now I do have a decent amount of attack. So there's that. Skill 1. I should have used the skill 2 actually. That's a mistake. Another skill 1 there. Boom. Okay. Not bad. Alright, let's see what we can do here. We do have some attack imprint. So Sinful Angelica was buffed since I've played before, and yeah, I got an exclusive equipment on her as well. So now she's about to go actually. She is about to go. And then what's the turn order? Okay. Landy's hiding in the shadow. She's going to take 50% less damage. So I'm going to take her out of that when I use skill 3. She's stunned. That's good. Let's skill 3. Now we can take our pick, or we can just... How about we just AoE? We're just going to AoE with this. We're not going to single target. Because look, Straz, RB, Cecilia. I mean, Landy has attack break. Let's just try the AoE here. No defense buff. No defense buff. Beautiful. Beautiful. So that's That's not bad. Kind of damage without defense buff. Now, I do have attack buff, and I have quite a bit of attack built, but it seems like building defense primarily and having some attack is pretty sweet to get that extra bit of damage with that defense penetration. I mean, look at the kind of damage she's able to do. And, yeah, that's pretty decent, actually. Alright, so we're gonna initiate with Para. So we're initiate with her skill 2. Now we're getting everyone pushed. That's good. And let me refresh my memory here. So that's attack buff. That's definitely something we want. So let's put that up. And now we're gonna push with Sedum further. And then we're gonna take out we can detonate that. The turn order is okay. We can actually soul burn. Actually, no. I wanna try something. Nice. Now I can trigger both of them. Wow, that new exclusive equipment is crazy. That's ridiculous. And then I can detonate on her. This is a 20. This is a 20. We can do it. And then he could single target her after. Could have even used skill 1 again. Like, this is some crazy control right there. So let's go. We're gonna soul burn, and we're going all in on her. And this is without defense buff again. 21,200. Wow. And he just went again. Wait, how did he just go again? Was everyone further away? So yeah, that would be a stun right there, but I mean, she's already stunned. See the damage? 5,000. That's a crit, but I don't have crit damage built. I just don't have crit damage. So there's that. That's it. Yeah, he's doing some good numbers. Now I wonder how much he actually heals. How much can he heal? So we need to take damage first. Alright. Let's push our team here. I wonder if I should make it so what's her name? Summerside Isaria, she actually plants it on all 4. But I really like the detonate on skill 1 though. It seems to be working out pretty well for me. I like the control. It allows you to control with stun. It allows to like take out the target, or they are alive and you just take them out. That's a pretty massive buff she got from her exclusive equipments. It's really giving a lot of flexibility. So the order. Can I one-shot Apoc Ravi? Let's find out. Wow. Okay. Easy peasy. And then we'll soul burn. And we'll maybe take her out. Well, almost got Senya. This should do it here. And I'm wondering, I'm gonna Soulburn his skill 3 against Shu. Let's see, like fire versus ice. Maybe 18,000 damage. Oh, it doesn't matter. Wow. And wow. He just goes again. This happened again. That's I mean, they're already stunned, but I want to see the damage on this. Not bad. He does a lot of damage, actually. This is a very reliable skill 3 single target damage. Like, it's just you don't want to fight Billion because you're not gonna have your souls. But beside that, like, very reliable to take out any element, basically. Alright, we're going in there without any souls this time. So let's see what we're able to do. No soul. We got the immunity out. That's not nice. Okay, can we land both? We only landed one. Let's buff ourselves. This is gonna be a tricky one. I might be able to one-shot. Bryceria, yeah, we're gonna have to. If I trigger her, we can just stun her, it's fine. I need Billion out. I'm gonna see what kind of damage can do without Soul Burn. It's not that much, but still. Okay, so Bryceria is a prime because of her immortality. Okay, so it's triggered. Now we're just gonna S3 and we can cripple them further and detonate as well. And then we're gonna clean up with Krau. Okay, since they're both stunned, we can't soul burn, so we gotta go with the AoE here. Or he doesn't have vigor though. You know what? Let's test the skill 2. It's fine. But I'll use the AoE here. It's okay. I mean, you could use that, but if you cannot guarantee that you're not gonna get resisted, because there's always the 15% resist, right? So there we go. Okay, that wasn't too much damage. So Peyra can just start to clean up here. Okay. And there we go. Yeah, I mean, fighting Billion is definitely not optimal. Because if you don't have the souls, you just cannot single target someone. That's a big flaw. If the enemy team is controlling your souls, you know, there's a few different ways. You know, artifact. There's what is it again? ML Tywin, Billion. So you just cannot do that one-shot single target Soulburn S3, especially if you have defense buff. But you can't have the single target. That can be problematic. So I don't really have many sources of defense buff. I didn't build Adventure Ras. So I'm bringing Elsen in here. And, well, we'll see what we can do. I mean, we already have the attack buff, but I want to see with the defense buff. what kind of number we can get here. So she doesn't have. Wow, okay. And this detonates the 2. And yeah. Now let's go. We're gonna buff him up. Let's take out Emilia. Let's see the damage. 30,000 maybe? Wait, what? Wait, but how does that make sense? He does 20,000 without defense buff. How is he doing 20,000 with defense buff? I mean, he already has vigor and attack buff. So maybe... What? Maybe it's not that big of a deal? Like, having defense buff or not? Maybe the scaling... You got the stun here, and her CR was pushed back, so good control. So maybe defense buff is not that big of a deal. I need to test this more. It should be dealing more damage. But she was ice. Got an interesting thing going on here. Oh no. Okay, that's why I brought Politis here. And now we're gonna pop yeah, Melkan's a problem. Just to be sure. Just to be safe. And now here we could soul burn. This yeah, just making sure because sometimes skills get changed. So she's next here. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna soften up someone. The thing is, even if I oh, she's buff block. That's perfect, actually. That's fine. We'll just AoE. We'll just AoE with Krau as well. Oh man, he better pull it off. I mean, we can't have Bloodblade Carrot stay alive. Because that's the end. But yeah, he's gonna penetrate her defense. It's fine. She should go down. 6,004. She went down, right? Yeah, she's not. Oh my gosh, she's still alive, but it's fine. Okay. Yeah, I don't know about this damage. I don't know about this damage. I need to test him more. I'm gonna have to do some RT and really push the limits here. The thing is, this account doesn't have too many like bruisers and like hero to stay alive and like, you know, all kind of like support. It's mostly like burst damage, high speed burst damage. So yeah. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, guys, don't forget to smash the like and subscribe if you still haven't. Press the bell notification. I'll be showcasing Fire Krau in more content, maybe some PvE as well. I'm not sure. I mean, yeah, I mean, he's mostly PvP, but we'll try some stuff with him. You guys let us know what you guys think about him in the comment section. That's it for this one. I'm Astranox. Good luck with all ya do. Peace out for now.